There was that. And then my other big moment that really changed the direction of my life, which you were alluding to, is, I grew up in Chicago. And right before I turned 30, I just got the intuitive hit that I needed to move. I was like, I got to get out of here, but I didn't know where. So I ended up following my family to Paris. And I was living in Paris and absolutely loved it. And I thought, I'm never going to move back to the States, and was invited on a vacation in Thailand from my now partner, Lane. And when we were in Thailand, we started dating. And so the following year, he was going to move to Paris. And this was January. So we have this plan. I could meet him in Thailand. He's in the music industry. And we sit down over lunch and he's like, Sonia, I have to tell you something. And I'm like, what? He's like, I have a really big tour and I can't move back to the States. I can't move to Paris. Would you ever think about moving back to the States? And I was thought, absolutely not. And I was like, no. And he said, what about New Orleans? And out of my mouth popped yes before I thought about it. I said, yes, I'd never been. And so it was my intuition that said yes. My intellect said, we'll see how this actually goes. Probably not. But within 48 hours of saying yes, we were traveling with our friend who said, I actually have really, really, really good friends who have lived in this condo building. They bought their unit across the hall, they renovated it, and they're looking for subletters. And so and he's like, great neighborhood, everything. So within 48 hours, we had signed a lease. And at this point, my intellect was freaking out. My intuition still said green light, go. And my family, even though very supportive, was kind of like, actually, they weren't that supportive. They're like, what are you doing?
I was going to say, I
Why are
remember
you
that family story.
following? Yeah, yeah. They're like, why are you following this man to New Orleans? Like, you love Paris, you love being here, but I had to follow the vibe. And once I got here, he was traveling a lot for work. And so for myself, I was like, I'm not going. I'm not making any friends. I'm not putting out any roots. I got like a couch from Craigslist from like a frat house because I was just so dead set on being there for a year. Even better than that, I had a friend, Andrea, who from college, who was like, oh, you're moving to New Orleans. I have a really wonderful friend that you guys should connect. And I thought, no,